the Fuzz, and with me is the man himself.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Spellweaver Masters 2. My name is Boltor.
That's right. So, as before, we're going to do this in the same fashion, where we're gonna kind of just hang out a little bit for, the 30, 40 minutes or so before the actual tournament starts, and then we'll go into darkness mode while the stream delay catches up, of course. So, Boltor, do you know do you know anything about these wild cards we got?
Let's see. The wild cards we have, well, clearly I know one of them because I was there when he won. Our first wild card is ECOP, returned from the Pioneer Tournament to take on the the masters, the true masters of Spellweaver, as some might call them, those who have spent the hours grinding and grinding and grinding, and you know, to use a terminology from another form of entertainment, he's kind of a part timer, you could say. People, at least that's what some people would consider him. He doesn't, excuse me, he doesn't spend all day playing Spellweaver. Spellweaver's clearly not his first choice in game, so it's going to be interesting to see him going up against those who do consider Spellweaver their primary game. People like Peacekeeper and Jodo and Lorenthiel. I'm going to
And
be
pretty much
keep,
everyone else in this tournament,
yeah,
except for the other wild cards. Now, if you don't know who the others are, I do. They are already on the list. One of them is Doom, whom you may
yeah,
remember as the guy running the Chinese stream.
yeah. He's the one who drew in somewhere in, like, what was it, 1,500 viewers,
It was a lot. I'll
something
get
like
the
that.
music on. I don't see why not.
And the last one is Atkst, who I believe I know I'm horribly mispronouncing that name, but it's what I do. He's one of the guy. He's obviously one of the people from Forest Bear Studios, one of the first groups to cover Spellweaver, at least consistently. And I mean, they predate me in YouTube coverage for Spellweaver.
That is ancient. And actually,
Yeah,
I think they may be coming back because I saw not too long ago a video from them about the expansion.
yeah. I talked to Crip about it, and apparently they never stopped making videos about Spellweaver, but I never saw them. So,
Yeah,
not saying that they didn't. I'm just saying that if they did, then I didn't see them.
uh, they would have been in the suggestions, I thought, but they
Yeah.
weren't.
Um,
They got lost in the shuffle, but now the Bears are back.
and let's see. Three players showed tremendous skill and late luck. So our last three, oh no, we get the 10. Oh, these are the three from the
Qualifiers.
Tour qualifiers. We got Queer, Sprush, and Ledelfer. Again, I ruin names. It's part of my job description.
Actually, these are some new guys we're getting.
Yeah, I recognize Littlefer, but other than that, no, I don't recognize any of those names. Not at least not as much as I recognize Geth and Johnny V and Peacekeeper and Clone.
Yep. It's interesting, and that we get some new names, but it's expected in a game like this, and especially considering how many people are, you know, grinding so hard to try to get into this. There's what probably is 30 or 40 people who are seriously contending, like seriously trying
Yeah,
everything they got.
working their butts off to try and get every single opportunity. I know that the last, what is it, like 24 hours of the season sees some of the most rigorous gameplay.
Oh yeah, they're pulling on all nighters. These guys are serious about this.
Well, when there's money on the line,
Yep.
it kind of happens. Let's see. Oh, I can't check how much money is right just yet.
I don't think it's going to be that much more. It was 22 like 80 something when I last looked.
No, yeah, but there's still the opportunity to donate. You can still give to the Spellweaver Masters Fund until the end of the tournament. The donations will be open for the entirety of the tournament. So if you'd like to support the Spellweavers and you'd like to support the people in the tournament, by all means, give till it hurts.
till it hurts, Boltor.
Till it hurts.
I don't know what kind of life experiences you have, but that's okay. So, we're still missing some people, right? We have 12 out of the 16. We got all the wild cards. I think we're missing some of the ranked folk as well. Laurentiel,
Yes.
Clone, Johto. I don't actually have the list on me.
Oh, I've got the list opened up, the one that Crit posted on the forums.
Okay, so what can you see from that?
We have 12 people. We've got Pew Q, we've got Johto, we've got Uskafanfa, we've got
Oh yeah, no, he's there. Never mind.
Laurentiel, we've got Geth. Geth is one of the... No, we don't have Geth.
Oh, Geth. That's right. Oh, he's one of the older players.
Yeah, I'm glad to see him back. We've got Johnny V. We've got Cruel Tech. Okay. Peacekeeper, who's got Clone, we've got, and Zephyria. We are missing Zephyria. We're also missing...
No, he's here. I see his name.
Oh, yep, there he is. I'm just terrible at this. Krier.
He's here.
Yep. Sprush.
Nope.
Okay, so we're missing Sprush. Littlefur.
Nope.
We're definitely missing ECOP. And
that's it. You covered them all.
Yep,
so 2 of the 3 golden ticket winners are not here?
Not yet, but that doesn't mean that they won't be.
That's true. I mean, we still have 30 minutes, so
absolutely
not too worried. I mean, last time I think we had some people missing to like the last few minutes, so not too worried.
No, neither am I.
Peacekeeper giving us a nice update on the names missing. He's got him covered pretty well. Littlefur. I don't think that's how you do this. But
yeah, I could have swore it was like Liddellfur or something like that. But yeah, it does sound like Littlefur.
I observed the game where he battled Peacekeeper for the golden ticket in one of the qualifiers and won. It's quite a fight. So definitely, anybody who gets in through golden ticket definitely has worked just as hard as anyone playing ranked, because you have to run a gauntlet of some powerful players to get a golden ticket.
Yeah, there's it reminds me of back when I played Yu-Gi-Oh competitively. You could get your invite to nationals one of 2 ways. You could go to a regional tournament and basically play it somewhere in the vicinity of like 8 rounds and top there, which is equivalent to, fighting through the ranked. But then the other option is what was called last chance qualifiers, which is the day before nationals. You could go to the convention center or wherever the nationals are being held and join in these 16-player flights, which is single elimination bracket tournaments. If you won that, you got your invite, but obviously it's all kind of an all or nothing sort of thing.
Whatever gets you there. So the chat's starting to heat up. All of the usual A-listers are coming. We got Peacekeeper, of course. He wouldn't miss this. Laurentiel, the Master Hyperion. That's actually a really funny thing to call him, isn't it, Boltor? You know what Master Hyperion is, right?
My extent of knowing...
It's a card in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh yeah, that agent's card. Now I remember.
So that's
sorry. You say Hyperion, and I think you say Hyperion, and my mind immediately goes to Handsome Jack.
Oh, no.
That is what I hear when I think Hyperion. Doesn't help that I'm currently going through like my 5th playthrough of Borderlands, but
yeah.
Anyway,
so we still got some time to kill. Maybe we can tell some funny war stories. I don't actually have any, but hey.
I've got war stories, but they're not of actual war. They're of card games, but...
There's wars fought in many different ways. Some involve just 2 players. 2 individuals. Fighting for supremacy.
In a card game.
Exactly. 27 minutes, plenty of time. And there's actually still a Sunday Funday scheduled after this. Or maybe even during this?
I don't know, my Spellweaver client crashed real quick while I was pulling up the while I was pulling up the Twitch chat.
Peacekeeper's got an interesting idea there. One of those days when he wanted to stream, but there was a disconnect in the server, he just put up a video of us, of the last Masters, like covering his games, and then he was covering us covering his games. So that was rather amusing.
Streamception.
Yeah, something like that. One of the variants of Streamception. I think he was having a good time. I think that we did have one big gaffe in the in our commentary. I think we called out a lethal that wasn't there. I think.
Kind of skilled that way.
So hopefully we don't do this time. We'll actually think about what's going on the board, and like, don't just jump at it, and we'll consider what's going on. If there's a lethal, we'll hopefully catch it, and we're not gonna call any ghost lethals anymore. Get super excited for misplays that aren't even there. We're being the misplays. Oh god. These guys are just on another level. But hey, let's talk decks. So, some things have changed since the last Masters. And as far as decks go, the Angels have made an interesting showing. I'm pretty sure Peacekeeper will probably play it, because he's been playing it a lot on ranked. Ran into him a couple times. He seems to have a fondness for them. And it's interesting because I never thought Angels were going to be competitive, but they do have one ace up their sleeve that I think some people forget about. It's actually possibly one of the most powerful and dangerous cards. Do you know what it is, Boltor?
Nicolas Cage?
No. It's not Nicolas Cage. It's a card that's been in the game the whole time. It's the Mighty Spellwarden.
Oh, absolutely.
The Spellwarden's ability to lock down spells is unbelievably powerful. Hey, got a problem with Cataclysm? Problem solved. You haven't lived till you've played against Angels, and they have 3 of those guys out, locking down your entire spell collection, and you're basically playing without like a third of your deck.
Yeah, I just remember back to what Peacekeeper said about the last Masters tournament, and how him and his team's strategy was to just ban Landslide. And it's not too much of a far leap to think, well, if he wants to ban Landslide, then why wouldn't he just play the card that lets you ban Landslide in the game? You know what I mean?
Oh no, they'll always have Spellwarden. But
well,
actually,
you said you expected to see Peacekeeper bring an Angel deck, and my thought was, yeah, that makes sense, because he'll want to play Spellwarden, which lets him ban another deck while actually banning Landslide too.
Well, okay, that's enough about Angels. I think Angels will be played, even though, I'm gonna hold my judgment on Angels until I see the result. Bears got a little bit of a nerf, a little bit.
A tiny bit, a minuscule.
But I think it's a tiny bit is still something. I've actually seen a lot less bears in ranked since last time.
Well, hopefully that means that a lot of people are choosing to experiment with new cards and the new lists and everything, instead of just falling back to bears. Well, if we're going by what the good people over at spellweaversource.com have listed as the winning decks, we should expect to see, Vamplamp, maybe a tiny dash of one-turn heal, Burning Rage, obviously, Hate Bears, and if we're going with the fringe decks that have won, a little bit of Angel, a little bit of Elves, and a little bit of, Order, aggro, kind of soldiery type thing.
Now, there's 2 more decks that I think may make a showing if some people are brave enough. One is Shamans, and the reason I say that is because Thionor Wolftongue is a phenomenal addition to the Shaman lineup that works really well with the Kayano hero. I tested the deck a little bit, and it actually works okay. It suffers a little bit against aggro, but hey, that's what banning is for, right?
Right you are.
And the other deck is my favorite, Demons. I've actually been playing some ranked with Demons and doing fairly well. I've decided to take out Herald of Despair, aka the guy that stops you from dying from Portal, because I thought, well, if I'm dying from Portal, then why isn't my opponent dead yet? That's just how I thought about it.
It's a very demonic way to think about things.
Absolutely. No holding back. Once you activate the portal, all the way. See, my hat can't even take the pressure. It just fell off. So, I mean, I don't know. I saw some demons being played. I thought Clone was playing some demons. Maybe he doesn't like angels anymore. He wants to try the other side of the coin.
He's fallen to the dark side.
There's nothing dark about them.
They're demons.
Except the darkness, I mean.
Well, they're demons. It's part of their job to be dark.
They can't help it. But I hear they throw some mad parties.
Ain't no party like a demon party.
Exactly. So that brings it up to what, like 7 decks that could be played? 8? Which is cool. That's cool. Also,
who was it?
What?
Who was it last month, who brought nothing but really bizarre
I thought
deck?
S-Lock had some amusing choices.
S-Lock, that's right. He won't be gracing us with his presence this time around, but...
Sadly. But maybe one of the other fellas... Maybe ECOP will brighten things up with some interesting deck choices.
You mean Blade of Cthulhu?
Yeah, right. But he may just... Because he may realize that he's a bit outgunned here, so he'll probably just go with the most consistent decks possible to try to stand the chance. He might not want to be the one to experiment. I would expect guys like Clone and Laurential and Johnny V to experiment. Johnny V even said he's not going to use certain cards like Burning Rage and Landslide and Horizons. So he may be the one to bring things like Shamans, Demons, and Angels or something. Because those decks don't use those cards.
Yeah, you take out those 3 cards, you very much limit your deck options. I'm talking like no Burning Rage, obviously, means no Burning Rage. No Landslide means you're basically not playing nature.
Yeah, most likely.
Horizons means you're not playing anything Wisdom, like late game.
Yeah, that's true.
Although he could still play something like Enoch Swarm, because in a deck like that, you really only need like 2 corruption levels, maybe.
But that's still not much of a late game deck.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's still other deck choices. Mono Corruption Zombies is always there.
It's very true.
They could always just suddenly beat you down. Although I feel like if you're doing that, you might as well just play Demons, because it's essentially the same thing, but you have Portal as well. In addition to the phase-beating capabilities you already possessed. Oh, there's ECOP. There we go. So we're still missing the other 3 fellas.
Yes, we're missing... Let's see.
Little Fur. I forgot what his actual name is. I was going to call him Little Fur. Sprush. And, oh god, Laurential had this written down. Or Peacekeeper. Oh, and Geth. How could we forget the mighty Geth? I'm trying to think of some other decks that might make an appearance. There's more and more options these days. Like with Drayla at 3 mana, somebody could just bring her, right?
Yeah, I mean, we could see something akin to like a Keanu tempo deck.
Yeah.
Maybe a Wisdom Keanu. We could also see just a casual Dareth kind of splashed in here and there.
Oh yeah, casual Dares. My little deck. Why isn't anybody playing it anymore?
Maybe if people bring like Burning Rage and Elves or like Mono Order, that frees up. Because most of the people won't bring it because a lot of the stuff that, or some of the important cards in it, are taken up in Hate Bears. So if they want to bring Hate Bears, they can't bring Casual Dares.
That's true. Well, Casual Dares would have to not play Noxious Fumes, which is possible, though not ideal. You'd have to just probably replace it with Plague Vermin or something. Anyways, we've got Spruce.
You'd have to replace it with Plague Vermin and cross your fingers.
I mean, in that case, you might as well just swap out Casual Dares for like a Vamp Lamp. and just
Yeah,
call it a day.
and that's what a lot of people will do, I feel.
There will be many lamps and many vamps, but mostly lamps.
Many ramps, many vamps, many lamps, and even more ramps, I think.
Yeah, more ramps, vamps, lamps, and Burning Rage. Ah, that
Yes.
doesn't rhyme. How disappointing.
Well, Burning Rage is in essence ramp.
Yeah, it is a Horizons 2.0. Still waiting for 2 players. 15 minutes to go.
So, and tramps, yes, tramps too. So, let's see.
What? Succubus.
If I think if we were to go to, let's see, who would I pick as my top two to win this? I'm going to take the unpopular opinion, perhaps, and pick ECOP. And if I think, like, if we do what we did last time, where we had someone we'd like to win, or who we're going to be rooting for, and who we think will win, my person who I think will win will be ECOP. He's got just a lot of esport experience that some of the other players just can't match. Sure, other people have more experience with Spellweaver specifically, but ECOP just has the experience playing in pressured situations like this. And let's see, my other one would I'd like to see Geth win, kind of the triumphant return of Geth. You know what I mean?
Sure, that would be cool. So ECOP and Geth. Okay, I'm going to go with Johnny for his courage in experimenting and saying no to standard decks. And because that means he might bring shamans. If he brings shamans, he's automatically my favorite.
I think he'll be in everyone's favor.
And I'm gonna go with sure, let's go with Laurential. He's from the same country as me, so there's a little bit of brotherhood going on there. Only a little bit. Master Hyperion.
ECOP hails from the land of my ancestors, at least, so I guess there's camaraderie there.
There you go.
For some land, but let's see, what do we got here?
Now, wait, you already said who would like to win. Who do you think will actually win? Or was that who you think will actually win?
I'd like to see Geth win at least like top 4, if not second place. You know, like I said, triumphant return of Geth and everything. But if I actually wanted to pick someone who I think will win, I think that is ECOP. Like I said, I think he's just got the esports experience, the ability to kind of just focus on the tournament, and that can go a long way, even though he might not have the Spellweaver intuition.
All right, I understand. Now, we can actually bring up something that's being asked in chat. The new cards, right? So 7 of the first 7 cards can be used in this tournament. Of those, I think DJ Wolftongue has got to be the #1 pick for actually making it, more than Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, you definitely won't hear any arguments from me. Although I think Nicolas Cage is almost an auto include in an Angel deck if you come with an Angel deck. He's just that good. But I wouldn't be surprised to see the Slave Gladiator in, if someone brings like a Dominion Tempo or Cronus type deck.
Yeah,
I would be surprised.
That would be my second pick, the Slave.
I don't think we'll see any Void Touch subordinate.
No, I don't think we have enough support for that yet. It's an interesting card. I've seen some people try some interesting experiments with it, but I don't think we're quite there yet. Peacekeeper says no Totem of Moon, but I don't think you need anything other than Wolftongue in the Shamans to make them good. Totem of Moon is a very cool card, but I think it's looking for a different kind of a Shaman deck that the cards aren't there for yet. Along with that new Shaman fella, I forgot what his name is. Although neither of those cards are going to be in Masters, but even if they were, I'm not sure if they would actually make it.
We'll also probably see if they bring Cronus, or even if someone goes order Dominion soldiers, we'll definitely see Baseborn recruit.
Maybe Baseborn is
Well,
nice, but I think that's a lot
yes,
of. Oh, you mean for the soldier tag, right? It's a soldier.
yes, because he
Forgot.
is a soldier.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah, I had to double check that myself. But yeah, I think we might just see him, especially since Order Dominion seems to be the most popular form of soldiers. But yes, I totally agree that we'll definitely see Wolf Tongue in the tournament,
Probably.
even if we never see Super Doge.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah, well, I'm talking even if we never actually see a 4/4 Swift
Ah, right. Because when you
version.
get Wolf Tongue to 4, the dog actually transforms into a much cooler looking dog.
Yeah, I call him Super Doge.
It's when I first saw it, I was pretty impressed. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's by far Silverfang and evolved Silverfang, I guess we can call them, are by and large my favorite art forms in the game so far, or artworks, I guess I should say. But I think it's safe to say we won't be seeing another hot form shaman list. We won't be seeing another one-turn kill shaman deck.
No, I mean that's mostly how they play. It's just the nature version has the nature cards like Outbreak and Landslide. Now, of course, the problem is if you bring that, you can't really bring the bears. But hey, if you're bringing shamans, then obviously you're more interested in awesomeness than the most, consistent meta decks. But wait, that
Without
means
a
Johnny
doubt.
can't bring shamans. He'd have to not use Landslide. Maybe he'll just use something else. Test of time, new meta incoming.
Absolutely.
So we're still missing Geth, right? Is the only one.
I believe so.
We've got 9 minutes. I'm sure he'll come. I guess if he doesn't, we'll just have a bye. That's what happened during the Pioneers. One of the gentlemen did not make it. He was replaced. He was replaced.
I believe Crip has someone on standby as a understudy in case Geth doesn't show, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
It seems like a reasonable thing to assume. Oh, we'll have to see. And the legacy of Masters continues.
Without a doubt. All right.
And so oh yeah, for the fun fact, for the next Masters, we will almost definitely have the entire expansion out, right? So that'll be in an entirely different tournament. Probably. Most likely. But there'll be so many more awesome cards to work with. Maybe more wolves.
Maybe more wolves, maybe more dwarves. Everyone's been calling for dwarf support since I think the beginning of.
Oh, dwarves?
The other players are allowed to stream. They are allowed to stream, but only at it's recommended that they do a 5-minute delay, but if they don't, it's kind of their own stupid fault. You know what I mean? They're allowed to stream, but if they want to stream live, like without a delay, then hey, that's their own. They're taking their life into their own hands, so to speak. We will have a 5-minute delay because obviously we do that just for the safety of the other players, so there's no stream sniping going on.
Yeah, we can see the hands of whoever we watch. So it would obviously be just, somebody could take advantage of it.
There we go. We got Geth.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's here.
Everybody's here. I really like this lineup.
So, Twitch chat, who wins?
Oh, yes. Let's take the bets.
Let's take the polls.
Bolter and I have our own bet, and we should make it like really fun. Like whichever one of us loses is gonna have to do something.
Well, you know what? I had a really awesome hat lined up. It was beautiful, and it was like the best hat I've ever seen for a stream like this. It was a buddy of mine's, and he basically he left it at my other friend's house, and that other friend decided to go to Greece for 2 weeks because this is the kind of guy he is. So I can't. Yeah. So I had to run to the store and grab this, which is I almost grabbed a Fez, but then I didn't want Fuzz and I to be wearing the exact same thing. So that just looks tacky. So...
Yeah.
No, players can stream. They can. C-A-N. Yes, they're able to. They just have to run with a delay, otherwise they risk getting stream sniped.
And not only can they stream, they almost certainly will.
Yeah, we'll most definitely see... Let's see, you said Johto, Peacekeeper, potentially Geth. Doom more than likely will. Oh, excuse me, but he'll be streaming in Chinese, more than likely. Because, you know, he's a native Chinese speaker, I do believe. Yes. Doom is our Chinese stream, so he'll be streaming probably with another, like, 2,000 people before. We're big in China, apparently.
That's good.
Well, you know what, Twitch chat? You guys willed Peacekeeper into victory the first time around. I can't tell you how many times I saw the little meme, Peacekeeper, we're giving you our power, or whatever it was. I can't quite remember. So maybe if you guys keep that up during the actual tournament, it'll help, it'll help Gaff.
I've just been randomly challenged by Peacekeeper. I don't know why he would do that when he's about to play.
Doom is streaming with 2,000 people in Chinese. That is confirmed by Crip.
Awesome.
Yeah, that is unbelievable, at least compared to the numbers we pull in. Like I said, Spellweaver's big in China. I don't know why, but it is.
Hey, it'll be big in America too. Don't worry. And in Europe. Just wait. 40-minute delay stream, that's a bit much.
Before you know it, Spellweaver will be the next big esport, but the only way it can be the next big esport is if you help by donating to the Championship Final prize pool. The bigger the prize, the more seriously we'll be taken as an esport, and the more seriously we'll be taken as an esport, the bigger the tournaments get. And who knows, maybe Fuzz and I will actually be in, like, California streaming, or, you know, calling these live while people play on massive stages like they do for Hearthstone and League of Legends and all that. Maybe one day.
Keep the dream, Boltor.
The only way that can happen is if you donate to the Masters Championship Finals prize pool.
Alright, that's good. I think your hat is starting to, like, levitate above your head. Anyways, we'll start in a couple minutes. Everyone's here. Oh, we even have Johto. Wait, so is anyone else streaming right now besides Doom?
Let me see. Let me pull up Twitch real quick on my Teleo phone.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very true. China's more populated than whole Europe. What's 2K in relation to them? That's not sure if that's racist.
No, it seems like fact.
All right, so far Peacekeeper's the only other one streaming right now, but that'll, you know, change real quick.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, we're gonna have several interesting avenues going on here. So, for the sake of not having repeated content coverage, we'll just stream we're gonna go for the highest, the highest scoring game that isn't already being streamed. So we'll avoid Peacekeeper and Johto unless they're the only game left. And probably if they're the top game, like in the last round, we'll probably be there as well. Just because that's what it is, right? Gotta get in on the on that final action.
Yeah, we gotta chase dem ratings. We gotta go after the popular people.
Absolutely. Oh, sorry. You're supposed to have said that, Voltor. My apologies.
I think I'm only up to about 3 absolutely's so far.
We got a long day ahead of us.
I've been trying to catch myself, but I figured out where I picked up saying absolutely so much.
Oh, do tell.
Oh, well, there's as many of the people who watch my limited streams and whatnot who know me know that I'm a huge wrestling fan. full-blown WWE and everything. And one of the commentators they have there who is pretty much an idiot. But we're not going to there's no denying the fact that JBL is in fact an idiot. And he says absolutely a lot.
Oh, so you're trying to emulate him?
No, I'm just the kind of person who picks up like social habits, I guess is the way to put it. My fiance has some quirks that I find myself mimicking just because it's something I do. Hilariously enough, I say no worries because of my time spent in Australia.
Yeah.
I didn't say it before I spent a month down in Aussie land.
As long as you're picking up cool lines and fun stuff, we're okay with that.
Unfortunately, I can't exactly pick what I pick up. I'm kind of like a sponge. I just kind of soak up everything.
All right. Anyways, the round should be starting soon. As soon as the timer says round starts in 2 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and activate the delay, and then
yes,
we'll be back in 5 minutes or so, give or take 20 seconds.
Well, you know what's funny? Smack. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that.
Smacks.
The videos I did back when they did those like the fan done tournaments before there was tournament support in the game. My tournament commentary videos that I did way back, I actually tried to emulate like the in-ring announcers, but it kind of shows I'm like one of those old-timey, the referees, the microphone comes down from the ceiling for the boxing matches and everything. That was the kind of thing I was trying to do, but there doesn't seem to be too much overlap between Spellweaver fans and WWE fans. I don't seem to find there's a niche there that I need to pander to. But Blinky, if you donate $1 for every time I say absolutely to the Spellweaver Championship Finals prize pool, then
you'll probably be broke by the end.
Yeah, because I'll look straight at the camera and go, absolutely, 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 absolutely.
No. Only genuine absolutely count. Only genuine ones.
Okay.
Registration is closed, so let's go ahead and do it. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Be right back.